As we all know, Navratris are going on. Many of people are having fast nowadays, and they say, "I'm Vrati. I'm having fast." So today we are going to discuss about whether Vrat or fast is one and the same thing or it's a different thing. So Vrat, when we say Vrat is a Sanskrit word which means Vriyate adhriyate iti vratam, which is imbibed into, which is taken into, that is called Vrat. Like if we have any sort of promise to ourselves or to God, I am going to follow this thing, which we say in other language the vow, the pledge. I am going to get up early in the morning for prayers. I am going to tell truth all my life. These are the vows and pledges which need to be taken. And what nowadays we are taking is the Navratri is fasting. Fasting is just is limited to the ingestion of some specific food and prohibition of some food habits. I'm not going to eat it again and again. I'll be taking only light food, not the heavy foods. So what is this? Fasting is a part of Vrat, because fasting is related to only digestive system and excretory system. So when there is a seasonal change, our ancient sages has advised us to take light food, because now winter are going to start. So before that, let your bodily system be well in equilibrium, so that you, because in that mantra we say Jivem Shardha Shatam, Sharad Ritu, the winter season, may I live for 100 of winter seasons. It has not been mentioned there summer season, rainy season, because these are very easily adjustable. But winter season is very sensitive, because many of the diseases come in this period. So our ancient people has told us to do fasting on these days. And moreover, when we do fast, we take light food, our body and mind remains in equilibrium. And when mind is at peace, we are more prone to get the best of the meditations, and we achieve the siddhis and powers. So these have been the importance of fasting. Moreover, why we need to fast? Because the Yog Darshankar says that Kaya Indriya Siddhi Ashuddhi Kshay Tapasa. This is one of the tapas of penance. We are not going to have heavy foods, puris and pakoras and everything, because we are prohibiting some of the foods. It means we are taking light foods. We are doing tapas, we are doing penance. And with tapas, why we need to do tapas? Because with tapas, ashuddhi kshay, whatsoever impurities of the body and mind are there, those will be removed. So we follow the tapas. So that is why fasting is done for occasionally by many of the people on some of the weekdays or Ekadashi or Navratri. It's like that. So with the help of this penance, the impurities goes away. For example, if we take the gold, we put some copper into it so that it might become strong to face the wear and tear of day-to-day existence. But to that extent, gold becomes corrupted and impure. So what we do? We give the heat treatment. With the heat treatment, what will happen? The dross of copper will burnt away and the gold will shine to its purity. Same way, when we do tapas, when we do fasting or take any of the other pledges and fulfill those pledges, what happens? The impurities of our mind and body goes away. So that is why penance, fasting, these are required. These are a part of our culture and it need to be followed. So Ved mantra what says? Yet you becomes suvratas. You take good pledges, high pledges and uplift your life. For what we are striving for? We are striving for ultimate truth. We are not striving for these transitional things of this manifested universe. We know these we are going to live day after day or tomorrow or day after tomorrow. So what we want is the eternal truth, eternal bliss of Almighty God. So we need to follow the vratas. So what the Yog Darshankar is, what is vratam? In Yog Darshan it says, 5 yamas are there, we know. Ahimsa, Satya, Aste, Brahmacharya, aparigraha. Ahimsa we know is a non-violence, not hurting anybody. Satya, truthfulness. Aste, non-stealing, don't taking the thing which doesn't belong to you. Brahmacharya, serenity. And aparigraha, you should not keep on collecting the things which are not required. Take the thing whatsoever is utmost of any requirement to you. So these are the 5 vratas. Not vratas. Maharishi Patanjali says these are the Mahavratam. Why this become Mahavratam? We say Shivratri, Mahashivratri. Vratam, Mahavratam. Why Maha? Because Jati, Desh, Kal, Samay, Anavichinna, Sarvabhaumam Mahavratam. Jati we know, the caste, Desh, specific place, Kal, time, and Samay, occasion. Irrespective of any caste, irrespective of any place, irrespective of any time, and irrespective of any occasion, you have to follow these vratas. That is why these are called Mahavratam. You should not do violence to anyone at any time, with any specific people, with at any occasion. Okay. Then is truthfulness. You have to remain truthfulness. What we used to say sometimes, early in the morning. That is why I am telling the truth. You believe me that I am telling the truth. Why? Because this is early in the morning. I am doing puja and I am vrati, so I am telling the truth. No, irrespective of time of day, any time of the day, and irrespective of any person and situation, and whether you are vrati or not non-vrati, you have to tell the truth. Then same way you have to, you should not take other, what we used to happen, we go to office or some place, we like something, we take it to our home because we want to take it, but that thing doesn't belong to us. That comes under aste. You should not take what you are not authorized to take. For example, at public places, government has to tie the chain to some of the things so that people should not take those things to their home. So non-stealing is the exact word for aste. Then comes brahmacharya. Brahmacharya we all know. Then is aparigraha. Don't store up the things. Our wardrobe is full of the dresses, but we hardly wear some of the dresses. So discard all those things and do Mahavratam, irrespective of caste, time, occasion and place. You need to follow these Mahavratams. Jati, Desh, Kal, Samay, Anavichinna, Sarvabhauma Mahavratam. These are the Mahavratam as per the Patanjali, Maharishi Patanjali, and as per our Vedic philosophy. But what we have noticed that since childhood, many of time we take pledge and we dissolve it because we don't feel the enough strength in our mind, enough strength in our body to fulfill those pledges. So what we used to do when we feel weak or when we feel incapable of doing something, we seek the guidance and support of someone who is elder to us, who is greater than us, and who can support us. Like if a child wanted to cross the road, he feel unable. What do? He holds the hands of his father. Same way, we want to cross the road of this Bhavasagar, this world. What we wish the support of our Almighty God besides us. We hold His hand, we will cross the road. Same way, Ved mantra what says, the Ishwar is Vratpate. Agne Vratpate Vratam Charishyami. He is the master keeper of all the vows. He is following his law, all the laws and pledges. So whatsoever pledge God taken, he doesn't break. Even the whole universe follow his pledges, his rules. He creates the manifest universe, he sustains it, he dissolves it. He gives the fruit to its deeds to all the people, all the souls. Whatsoever he does is well planned and well, it's rule and regulation. He is disciplined. It's not say, oh, this time I will make the universe, I will take these many changes. No, like these are for all the creations. Vedas for all the creation, and we say these are the eternal. The Satya is like that. So whatsoever God created and maintained, he abides by the rule, by his own rules, and same way the whole universe. So if we hold his hand, Hey God, oh God, you are a Vratpate. You are the master keeper of all the pledges. You are the protector of all pledges. You please, now at this moment, I am going to take the pledge of truthfulness. You please help me. May this pledge be successful in life. You help me. You give me your grace, your support and blessing so that I fulfill my all these pledges. And what we want in life, we want peace, contentment, success, progress, and we want to achieve Him, the Almighty Truth, because He is absolute being, He is absolute bliss, He is absolute keeper of pledges. So we want His grace. For that, we need to take pledges. As the if there is a water and these are not having proper banks, it will disperse and it won't be of any use. But as we find the river, it has got proper banks, so water goes till the farthest end. So these pledges, these vows make us to live a pious life, and we can reach up to the ultimate end of our life. These rules and regulations are sometimes imposed by the society. As we go to in some organization, there are some prescriptions and some prohibitions, some do's and some don'ts. Same way in Vedic language it is said vidhi and nisheth. These things are supposed to do. These things you are not supposed to do. That is the thing. That is the pledge. Whatsoever Ved mantra says, Vedas says, Vedic life of says, we have to follow. We should follow. Whatsoever is not to be done is not to be done. So this way, if we will lead the life, we'll get the strength, inner strength and courage to fulfill our pledges, to achieve a life who is full of peace, contentment and success. So today we discuss about the vratam and fasting. Fasting is the only bodily fasting. When we say vratam, there are three things: mansa, vacha, karmana. So when we do fasting, we are just doing the physical tapas. When we are doing the vachnik, want to do vachnik tapas, what we should do? We should observe the silence. As many of the times we keep on talking, and we are generating our unnecessary vachnik karmas. So we should observe as much silence as we can have. Many of the meditation courses, they impose the silence. You are supposed to be on silence for 2-3 days. Then with manasa, with mind we are keep on thinking, and in a whim of second what we do, he's bad, he's like this, we just think of it. So for manasik tapas, what we are supposed to do japa. This is continuous chanting of Om, Gayatri mantra. So your mind remains occupied with chanting and you don't make unnecessary manasik karmas. So fasting is a part of tapasa. Fasting is a part of vratam. Manasik and vachnik remain separate. So we need to follow all these three to get the proper, do the proper penance, proper tapasa, so that we achieve the ultimate truth. And with what vrat have, with vraten diksha mapnoti, we get the diksha, we get something right to do, some right to observe some of the things. And with diksha apnoti dakshina, we get the dakshina, we get the resources, we get the respect, we get the courage. And with dakshinam shraddha apnoti, shraddha, we get the grace, we get the devotion. And with shraddhaya satyam apte, when we get the shraddha, when we get the devotion, we get the Almighty God. So we need to follow these vratas to achieve the ultimate truth of life, which is our aim. So today we discuss about the vratam